What? Ah, monorail.
Ooh. Pirate monorail.
It's the Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean monorail.
Actually, tell you what, that would cheer up the monorails there to no end, wouldn't it? If they painted them themed to their attractions.
Yes, yeah, I have to say the jelly bean does pique my curiosity rather.
Yeah, very true. Right then, folks, never guess where we are and what we're about to do. Right, this is a bit of deja vu going on. It's been a bit foggy, it's a bit wet, and we're pretty much in the same place we were 24 hours ago. And this is where we're going tonight.
He's feeling a little better.
Oh,
that one.
Oh,
But
oh, there's ducks. There's ducks this time.
oh,
But yeah, the frogs.
Ducks, dogs, frogs will vomit on you.
The frogs are still not feeling too well. But basically, this is day 2, and it's the weather says that it's going to be raining pretty much all day.
Well, it's low percentage chances, but yeah, it says rain.
So, I'm not expecting great things. So we're going to redo most of the rides that we did yesterday, plus Oblivion and the Rapids maybe. I mean, you think we should, but I'm not fussed because the weather's a bit pants.
I figure we're going to get wet either way. Might as well have fun doing so rather than just stand there and let it fall on us.
So, I don't know, where are we going?
I don't know. Where are we going?
I don't know.
Shall we fulfil my promise of Oblivion first thing in the morning?
Go on then. Seed Beans Land is around here. As Graham and I have no small children, it's pointless us visiting. And will you do the thing?
What thing?
Your Peter Griffin thing.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm trying to get him to do this thing that he did in the car and he won't. I won't tell you what it is because I want you to hear it instead.
The moment's not right.
He wants it to be spontaneous. Here you go, spin ball, what is that? Until earlier this year, this ride was known as Sonic Spinball. But Sega decided to drop sponsorship. So we shall see you guys at the X sector where Graham is going to get on Oblivion. How he does this first thing in the morning, I have no idea.
Because it's not that bad. Doing Smiler first thing in the morning, that might be a bit of a challenge. I mean, you did Nemesis first thing yesterday.
I can handle Nemesis first thing in the morning.
How can you handle Nemesis and not Oblivion?
It's the hanging. It's that. And then, I can't. Not first thing in the morning, jeez. Here we are, at Oblivion. And I could be wrong, but I think I just saw Graham come down. In which case, that was too quick. As you can see, Graham looks very windswept.
Yeah, the hair's everywhere.
Yeah. That's because we've just done the bad boy that is Nemesis and we're now heading over to Galactica. I probably look a right mess. But never mind. But no, that was another good ride on Nemesis. Straight on. Oh, Graham's looking at the mechanisms.
Let's see, you can learn to stand here. come up.
Well, you could do actually, yeah.
Yeah,
You could just stand here. Right. We've come off Galactica, and this time we didn't use the VR headsets. There's smoke about. And it's safe to say that we both prefer it without the VR. It's a much better experience, we have to say.
More intense.
Yeah, it's more intense, and the fact that you can the proper sensation of being in flight as well. I think having the VR, you're distracted from that.
The VR loses the sensation.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't have any sense of speed because a lot of the stuff that you're seeing on the VR is far, far away. It's a bit, and it's like living in a computer game. And this is all being told to you by a poster over there somewhere.
Sorry, I've got a hair stuck in my nail. Such is my life. And that's Peter Griffin at Alton Towers. There you go, he did the thing. He did the thing. Was it worth it? Maybe
No.
not. We're going to go on Nemesis once Graham's finished with his vape, and then we're going to go back to Galactica, because I'd like to try the VR again, just to give it another try. And we don't know where we're going from there, so we'll let you know when we decide. We've done another ride on Nemesis, and we've just walked all the way from the Forbidden Forest to Katanga Canyon.
Which isn't that far at all.
Not really, it's just a bit of a steep hill. Mine train is closed for the second day in a row, so Graham and I are missing our choo-choos. I'm very sad. And as that is down, this is the only ride that is open currently, the Congo River Rapids. And we thought, well, it's a wet day, might as well go the whole hog. See how wet we can get on this. Oh, let's get a close up on that. Possibly. Look at that. They're putting something in. What is it going to be? And that is the station house where you will be loaded onto your train. So there we go, there's a little update of SW8 there for you. Right, so now I'm going to sign off. And that's where we're going to get on. And I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Graham's all the way over there, so I better catch up. Graham's trying to win £1,000. So if he gets a hole-in-one on that little island there, then he wins.
I've lost it now, it
Oh
seems.
no. Right folks, this is the Towers Topiary Garden, which is still open for all guests to have a wander round. And what am I doing here, you ask? Well, my lovely husband has gone on Hex, which is a attraction that takes place within the towers itself. And it's not for me, hence I'm out here instead. And I kind of prefer it out here. The rain has stopped for a bit, which is good. Since we last saw you, or you last saw us, we have had lunch and we went on Spinball Whizzer, formerly known as Sonic Spinball, and yeah, that's a fun ride, always has been, but I'll tell you what, it does hurt on the shoulders a bit, so be warned. Yeah. Just taking in the view at the moment. I'll show you a nice little view of the front of the park. So as you can see, the towers are in a bit of a state, but they are working. See, look at that view. Okay, yes, it's mostly covered by trees, but no one knows you're up here, pretty much. But yeah, I was saying about the towers being in disrepair. Alton Towers and English Heritage are spending millions of pounds to make sure that this building does not fall down, basically. And I don't know if they'll do a full restoration. I think there's too much work to do, I think. But I tell you what, I can see in its heyday these towers would have been absolutely beautiful. And you can see these stained glass windows here. I mean, apart from Hex, the towers are also used during Scarefest, which is Alton Towers' Halloween event. I mean, it would be a shame to see these towers go to absolute ruin. Because without these towers, well, it's not Alton Towers. You know, you haven't got the reason behind the name standing anymore. But there is like the garden room or conservatory type bit that you walk into in order to exit Hex. And Graham will be coming down these steps. So this is where I will love you and leave you while I wait, because I'm sure you'll find that boring. And I shall catch up with you when he gets here. Right then, chickadees.
Chickadees? Dear Lord.
Yes. Right, we are on the Skyline, Skyrider, whatever you want to call it.
Gondola!
Yeah, we're on a gondola system. Funnily enough, coming to Disney World next year, I think, or 2019, one of the two.
Right, let's see what
yeah,
we can see.
Right, we're going to see what we can see of SW8. Now, we had a good look this morning, and oh my goodness. I think up here is the best view of it.
That hidden structure, the track goes through it.
Oh, so there's something about that then. So that's going to be a feature.
Mm-hmm. The fire-breathing wood burner. There you go, that's what it is, the wood burner. Yeah.
Wood burner. Chimneyer. It's a chimneyer.
No, it's a wood burner. I've decided.
Right, so I can't remember where we were last time we spoke. But either way, Graham and I have been to the X Sector and done Oblivion and Smiler. And we've been to the shop, got some mugs even though we said we wouldn't. And now we are going over to the Forbidden Valley for Nemesis, Galactica and dinner at the roller coaster restaurant. Right, we're in the roller coaster restaurant and Graham and I have ordered our drinks and we are waiting on our starters. I'm hoping they come while I'm filming. So the idea is that you get, with your table, you get a tablet and so you choose what you'd like. So let's go to the mains. So then you go through and you go, So you can press it and have a look, read what's in it, and then add to order. your drinks are coming, they go along the track and they'll come all the way down here. What do we got? There we go.
So is that the nachos or that goes in the bin here?
The nachos. Smells really good. Our second one coming. Here it comes. Ready? Oh, that is. Oh no! Oh no! We might need to give it a push. Graham's over there checking out all the plans and posters and publicity for all the roller coasters. Dotted all about the restaurant are photos of roller coasters, past and present. I've just got to finish this and then we shall give you a review. Our thoughts and feelings, excuse me, on the meal. God, it's busy. So we shall speak to you shortly. Artistic angle. Oh, R2-D2.
He's come up so many times, he had to be the right one eventually.
I've got two really good ones here.
I'll let you do both if you want.
Yeah? Okay. First one, the Queen of Country Music.
Carrie Underwood?
No.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Dolly Parton?
Yeah. And the other one is Get Away From Her, You...
Bitch. Sigourney Weaver.
There we go.
Are you filming me pilling?
Yes.
Filling my glass?
Sort of. Look, he's got a new cup.
The surprise glass. How much is in there? Nobody knows.
Oh dear.
The answer is not enough.
Clearly. Right, your go, isn't it?
Are you filming this game?
I'm filming a little bit.
Oh dear Lord. Okay, right, hang on. Kate Bush song. It's me, I'm Kathy, come on.
Yeah, as soon as you said Kate Bush song, I knew what you meant. Wuthering Heights.
No, the character name.
Oh, Kathy.
No.
Oh, Heathcliff.
Or I could have gone with Orange Cat, not Garfield. But you probably wouldn't have remembered that bit.
No.
Okay.
Not likely. Right, okay. Okay. Try to blow up Parliament.
Guy Fawkes. Okay. Once described as Star Wars for grown-ups, but I've never seen it. Film series.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I'm getting quite a cool effect on this camera where you've blown your
awesome.
vape, yeah.
Oh, hang on, it's upside down.
Right, roller coaster restaurant. What do you think?
Okay, first of all, the food. That's really probably not a good angle to have this light, is it?
No.
Hold it up, that's it. That's probably better.
There we go.
Nighttime sort of fake candlelight reviews. Right. That could be a thing. Make a note of that.
Noted.
Roller coaster restaurant. The food, in terms of quality, was okay. It was certainly not, you know, luxury gastro. It was on a par with a sort of Marston's pub. Really, I got a feeling, you know, that their kitchens are probably a bank of microwaves rather than cookers and shit, you know. But yeah, all said and done, it's among the better senses of food you can get at the park. It was satisfactory, you know. I had the steak. It was very well cooked. Wasn't the best quality meat. There was a few grizzly bits in it, you know. But it was done according to my request. The chips were chips. How hard can you get? The peppercorn sauce was adequate. It wasn't quite what I would have normally expected, but it was okay. But that's the thing. The food was okay. The delivery system of these sort of trays coming all around the rails, yeah, that has a certain amount of novelty. But it soon wears off, especially if you've seen, as we did, somebody's meal get stuck up in the rafters of the roof, and you're sort of thinking, is it ever going to come? So it's far from perfect. It's certainly never going to replace a waiter who can bring your food and drop it at your lap, you know. So yeah, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun place to be. It's got some nice artwork, you know, sort of history of the roller coasters. The videos that they play periodically can actually get annoying, because I mean, when we were there, we only saw 2 videos play on a loop. So not really the great, you know. If you're there for any length of time, you'll soon realise, so yeah, we've seen this one, play something different. I mean, I can remember a number of adverts for roller coasters at the park over the years, so they could have probably gone through some of the archives and got some of those going, and it would have just added to variety on that front. You know, and add into that the fact the lights will dim when they play a video and then come up again. That's actually kind of annoying, because if you're trying to look at what you're eating and the lights suddenly dim, it's like, hang on, where's my food gone? But yeah, I mean, as an atmosphere, you know, somewhere to go as a novelty with some mates, it's a good place to go. Would I go there for a meal in other circumstances? If I was like, I'm hungry and I want some nice food, that wouldn't be the top of my list. But for what it is, it's a nice little restaurant, you know. So if I was a restaurant reviewer, it would be a very low scoring restaurant in reality. But as a theme park attraction novelty restaurant, it's very good, you know. And so it's horses for courses, weigh up the balance. There you go. That's my view on it.
Okay. I'd better put in my 2 cents, I suppose. Okay. I'm of similar opinion to Graham, in that, yeah, the food was adequate. I thought our starters were quite good. Well, the nacho starter with the pulled pork, the cheese sauce, and the guacamole.
Yeah, that was nice. The pork. What was it? What was it described as?
So what? Pulled pork.
No. The pork was described. It was described as pork skins or pork rind, or I can't remember. But it was basically, it was disappointing polystyrene style pork scratchings.
No, the nachos.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. The nachos were okay with the pulled pork,
but the pork crackling.
That's it. Yeah, pork crackling. That was disappointing. Very disappointing.
Yeah, it was cold.
Well, yeah, it was basically a bag of cheap pork scratchings opened up and put in a pot with a bit of dip.
Yeah. So that was the starter. I did enjoy the nachos. I thought they were quite good. And then I had a salmon main with gnocchi covered in like a tomato and mascarpone sauce with green beans and a bit of salad. I would have liked a bit more veg rather than just a few leaves and a couple of beans, because that was really all it was. It was mostly gnocchi. The salmon fillet I thought could have been a bit bigger, and I think it had been slightly overcooked because it was a little bit tough. Not rubbery.
No?
Not rubbery, just a bit tough on the outside.
Okay.
But yeah, I like my salmon nice and soft and flaky, and that wasn't quite there for me.
I didn't try.
But I'm being picky, you see.
We used to.
Because we like fine dining. But yeah, I thought, yeah, it's. Well, I described it more like a Wetherspoons type quality. Because Wetherspoons and Marston's, they're both pub chains, so I'd kind of put them in the same boat. The novelty of the roller coaster aspect, I found it very enjoyable. I liked all the artwork on the walls with the plans of some of the rides and things. Yeah, overall, it was a good experience. Something I would do again, but I'd like to bring friends next time because I think it would be even more enjoyable. Yeah.
I think that's the thing. There with friends, a few drinks, you know, it's that kind of place where you're there in a situation where you're not so worried about the quality of the food, and it's more about the atmosphere. That's probably better, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're more worried about the atmosphere, and as I say, I mean the novel approach with the roller coaster food, it's great when it works, but as I say, as a delivery system for normality, it's just terrible, really. Notes on the restaurant in general. I will point out, obviously, when we got to our table, there was no bin for the trays.
No, so I had to ask one of the servers or at least say, excuse me, we don't have a bin there, you know. And she was like, oh right, yeah, and she went and got one straight away.
Yeah, so service was good in that respect. The fact that we had to do that is a bit of an oversight, really.
Yeah,
There
should have been a bin at every table.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh well, yeah.
But so that's what I'd say. I'd give it 3 stars.
Yeah, I'd give it about the same. Maybe a 3.1 or 3.5 or something.
Oh, you just got to go a little bit better, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, those are our thoughts. Right, so for now we're going to say good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.